Right, everybody, we're up in the attic. This is the sewing room. I spend a lot of time up here at the moment, most evenings. And here what you're looking at on the floor is some material that I bought at the weekend for making a quilt cover. So this is going to go on the quilt on the bed in the back room. I've measured the mattress. The mattress is 190 centimetres by 90 centimetres. So I'm going to make this quilt 200 centimetres long by 100 centimetres wide. On top of all that, I'm going to make a cushion. I'm going to make a pillowcase, and I'm going to make a frill, which is going to run around the edge. So it's going to be florally, it's going to be frilly, and it's going to fit the bed, fingers crossed. So we're going to get to cutting it. As I said, I'm going to cut it 200 centimetres long. So there'll be a little bit that's left I'll make the pillowcase out of. By 100 centimetres wide. I'll cut that. I need to get under there, get some an old duvet cover, because I only bought enough for the top. I'm not doing the underneath because it was quite expensive material, this. So I've got some plain white, so I'm going to get some out of there, cut it the same size. We're then going to make the frill, turn up the edge, make the pillowcase, frill the pillowcase. Job done. Should look pretty nifty when it's done, everyone. Right, everybody, so let's stick that to one side first. Let's measure this and see what we're dealing with. Where's my bleeding? There's me. Oh, come on. Where is my measurer? Here, right. Get cozy with that window open now. Yes, so I want this to be fitted. I don't want it to be like a big loose thing. So so the pillowcase needs to be 27.5 inches by 18, so long and wide. But then we've got a little bit of overhang, so let's say 21. Let's say 20 wide, because the back will meet the front. So 20 wide and 20, say 30 long. 30 long. 30 long. And then 20 wide. Because don't forget, I've got the other bit to do underneath. I'm going to go under there in a minute and get that other material for a while. And years ago, when I used to work in Manchester as a machinist, this is what I used to do. I didn't do the cutting, I just used to do the sewing. But there we go. So that is going to go like that. Isn't that lovely? It's a bit of a preview there. And then with the frill around the edge, I think that'll look absolutely lovely. Oh, excuse me. Right. You've seen this material before. This is what I covered the couch in. So I'm going to use this underneath, on the back of the pillow and underneath. And then sew it onto there. Yeah, so in a sense it'll be a two-sided one, except I wonder if I could make the frill. I'm going to make it a double-sided quilt, everybody. That's what I'm going to do. Oh, this is exciting. Right, okay. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to cut this by 200 by 100. I'm going to cut it by the same size for the quilt, for the top, and then we're going to make double frill. That's what we're going to do. everyone. What I'm doing here, this is my ironing board that I made a while ago. I don't think I ended up posting the video, but anyway. This situation that's going on here is I'm doing a double-sided frill to go with a double-sided quilt, and what I realised was I needed to sort of iron it how I wanted it to lay, so that when I stitched it, it wasn't skew one way or the other, if you know what I mean. So what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to line it up so that whichever way the quilt's on, the frill, you'll only be able to see the colour for the side. Although I have sort of allowed the white to take dominance, if you like. So even when it's on the pink side, you might see a tiny bit of the white coming through on the frill, but I thought that was okay because there's white in the pink, if you know what I mean. So I'm just going to get on with ironing this, and then I think the next thing we're doing is attaching, oh no, we're making the frill into a big frill. We're making this into a frill. Is what I mean. You'll see. Everyone, so I'm just setting up here. I had a couple of teething problems. The reason why I'm doing the voiceovers, by the way, is one, this is a long process. Obviously I'm blasting through it here, but two, I've got music on. So what I'm doing, I'm folding, I don't know if you can see, but I'm folding the material up. I'm trying to create a frill. So I've turned the material the right way up, and I'm just sort of pulling it about an inch, wrapping it over, as you can see, and then stitching it to hold it in place. I'm just cutting this piece of scrap off the end, you know, it's like the margin in it. Do they call it the margin? I don't freaking know what they call it, but I'm cutting it off. And then I'm going to start, I'm hoping so bad that I've got enough to, you know, put thing on both sides. So all I'm doing now is I just want to sort of round about line up the front and the back. This should fit, if I've measured it right, that is. Yeah, it's looking pretty decent. I think I need to cut that side down a bit. But I'm going to start by pinning this side. I don't know if I'm going to have enough frill. I'm not confident, you know. I might have to make a bit more for the pillow, you know, make it smaller. We'll see. Right, so just pin that back. So where we want it, we're going to fold it in, because when it's sewn and it's folded out, that's how it'll look. And the same on the other side. So when it's sewed, it'll be like that. You'll see if I'm not being clear. I'll just start by attaching the corners. This bit's a bit thin. I've never done this before, so it's a bit of trial and error, everybody. You know, I should put that on my gravestone. I've never tried this before, because I said that about everything, but genuinely, I wouldn't say it if I had, like if I'd done a practice run. But it all seems fairly simple and straightforward to me. So that's why I just go for it. Like someone said the other day, you always seem really haphazard when you go at stuff. but somehow it always seems to work out, and I am, because generally, not generally, I'm figuring it out as I go along, but I've got the confidence to just go for it, because I just think, what's the worst that can happen? I fail. Well, if that's the case, then, you know, so be it. You can always try again, can't you, if you cock up. So, I've got a feeling, I don't know actually, maybe I will have enough. I might need to mock some more up though with those scraps that I've got up there. I'm talking about the frill now for the pillar. What I'm going to do, I'm going to stitch this side in, then I'm going to straighten up the other side and attach the other so it's level. So I want you to see it at the same time as me. I don't know if you can see that though. My eyes are so bad. Ever since I started wearing glasses, the optician said to me, you'll start saying ever since you started wearing, your eyes have gone worse, but they're always going to be worse, but I don't think so. Right, so we've got a little bit of a line there, but I'm alright with that because it matches, so it looks okay. So, let's just show you. Reversible quilt. One side and the other side. I'm happy with that. So what I'm going to do now, you'll see. I'm going to do this. And this pink top, the pink felt quilt face is it's a little bit too wide, I think. So it needs, is it too long and too wide? Let me just grip it this end, see what we're dealing with. Right, okay, now I can see. It's not actually that far out. I think we just need to take, if you see here everyone. Yeah, so I think what I'm going to do, just take that edge off there, that top bit, and everything else is lining up. So I'm going to put the frill on this side, the same way as you just saw me do the other. And then I'll stitch up one of these ends. And then the bottom end, which is where we're going to put the quilt in, that's where this comes in. Because I'm going to make some ties and it'll be tied at the bottom, you'll see.